Okay, this morning we have a full morning of presentations, and there'll be a 15-minute break at 11:45. But feel free to get up and excuse yourself if you need to. Maybe I should introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I am Ron Tuckmeyer, President of the Board of Nebraskans for Peace. And again, welcome to all of you here. For those who are not familiar with the organization, we've been around since 1970. Nebraskans for Peace has been around, and it's the oldest statewide peace and justice organization in the country. And we've been involved in issues that opposing military intervention in other countries, reducing military and national security budget. We try to counter the anti-immigrant hysteria that we find in our neck of the woods out here. And we work locally to end discrimination, gender and race-based violence. And now one of our focuses has been climate change and the effect that will have on food security and peace and justice worldwide. In your packets, you will find a blue sheet that has the agenda and workshops on the back that will be held this afternoon. There's a evaluation form that we'd like you to return this afternoon or back to the room. Okay, I think I want to introduce members of the Nebraskans for Peace State Board. Will you please stand up, the ones that are here? Okay. All right, thank you all for coming. We have a number of board members that couldn't be here today. Next, I want to introduce the staff that Nebraskans for Peace employ. We have Tim Renna, who is our state coordinator, there in the back. We have 4 staff members, and they have a combined total of 63 years of service to this organization, so they are very dedicated. Susan Allman, who is the organizational administrator. She's absent today because another state board member, her partner, Leo Yankton, is undergoing cancer treatment in Chicago. And then Mark Welsch is right here. He's coordinator from Omaha. And then Brittany Cooper there she is. She's up here now. That was helping register you all today. We have a very dedicated staff. And next I would like to introduce the members of the Nebraska Peace Foundation board members that are here. I'm here. I saw and Dale, Paul Olson, and Loyal Park is back there. Yeah, he's there. Okay, thank you. Okay, I want to thank the University of Nebraska-Omaha Grace Abbott School of Social Work for partnering with Nebraskans for Peace for the 20 consecutive years. And they help us co-sponsor the conference. And they also will provide 4.5 CEUs for any social worker or licensed mental health practitioner. And if you want to sign up for those, you have to sign the sign-up sheet down at the table. Okay, now I would like to introduce Willa Willis, who is Chair of the Political Science Department here at the University of Nebraska at Kearney, and he will introduce our keynote speaker.
Good morning. Thank you, Ron. So So as Juan mentioned, my name is Will Aguiles. I'm the chair of the Political Science Department here at UNK, and I just want to state on behalf of my department, the new College of Arts and Sciences, we've just recently merged, and UNK, we just want to welcome you all to the annual Peace Conference for Nebraskans for Peace. My understanding is the first time it's been here in Kearney, so for all of you who've driven from out of town to come to Kearney, welcome to Kearney. It's wonderful that you've been able to make it to join us for this event. Also, I want to give my thanks to the Department of Social Work at UNO for helping support the event. Today it's my honor to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Christian Parenti. Professor Parenti is an associate professor of economics at John Jay College, City University of New York. He has a PhD in sociology from the London School of Economics. His teaching and research focuses on social justice, environmental justice, globalization, climate change, and climate justice, sustainable energy, and American economic environmental history. And I want to add also the issues of political violence. So Professor Parenti has a kind of broad range of issues that I think in one of his books, Tropical Chaos, he very much effectively establishes how interconnected many of these issues are. He has reported extensively from Afghanistan and Iraq and various parts of Africa and Latin America for journals and magazines such as The Nation, Fortune magazine, Jacobin, and the New York Times. His book publications have included Lockdown America, Police and Prisons in the Age of Crisis, The Freedom, Shadows and Hallucinations in Occupied Iraq, and the book that I mentioned earlier, The Tropical Chaos, Climate Change and the New Geography of Violence. In that particular book, he explores how climate change is already causing violence and migration and displacement. And that book was published 2011, 2012. So Christian was well ahead of his time in terms of pointing to the interconnections of these various issues. In terms of that particular book, it involved years of travel and research in conflict zones of the Global South. And his current work is on environmental history of state involvement in American economic development, from the earliest days of the Republic onward. So this focus upon the environment, upon climate change, and the interaction between politics and state policy continue to drive Professor Parenti's work. Please, my pleasure, join me in welcoming Christian Parenti to the podium.